Good morning all. Can I thank Minister Tikoduadua for hosting me here at Blackrock, and my thanks to the Brigadier General also for and his officers for hosting me here. This is a wonderful facility. I have some comments to make, but if you don't mind, I'd like to first make some comments about some sad news that we received overnight. Can I confirm that overnight search teams have reached the site of a light aircraft that crashed in Albay province in the Philippines? Sadly, there are no survivors. So on behalf of the Australian Government, I wish to extend my deepest sympathy to the families of the two men, Simon Chipperfield and Kati Santhanam, both from Adelaide, my hometown, as well as the Filipino nationals involved. I think we all understand that the families of those who we have lost will be grieving, and I express not only our sympathy, our condolences, but to say to them our hearts go out to them in this time of great grief. I also wish to acknowledge and express condolences to the families of two soldiers who were killed during the search and rescue. But now to Fiji. It is wonderful to be back here again in Fiji, and this was the first country in the Pacific that I went to after becoming Foreign Minister. I hope I've learnt a few things in the last 9 months. We'll see how we go. And it's a real privilege to be here representing Australia and representing the Prime Minister for the Pacific Island Forum being held here. And I acknowledge not only His Excellency the Minister, but the new government of Fiji, and congratulate them on their election. Australia regards its relationship with Fiji as of paramount importance here in the Pacific. We understand how important Fiji is to the region, and the way in which it can play in many sectors a leadership role, and one of the areas in which it can play a leadership role is in its capability and capacity in peacekeeping and in humanitarian work. And what you see here in this facility is that on display, and that on display in partnership in part with Australia. This facility, as you know, was a joint collaboration between Australia and Fiji in particular. It's a world-class facility, and it has as its purpose the promotion of peace internationally, and to be able to support response operations in times of need, particularly when natural disasters strike. And I would say it was also a very important economic project during COVID-19, supporting the economy in the Nadi area, creating over 1,000 jobs and injecting $1 million into the economy each month. Many local jobs, which obviously was important at that time. The work that can be supported out of here is demonstrated by the deployment that you saw. And those personnel are deploying to Auckland, to New Zealand, that's right, and will be supporting our Kiwi friends, our New Zealand friends at this very difficult time for them. I had the opportunity, and I said this to the Minister and to the Brigadier General, to engage with Fijian peacekeepers, and there's a very proud tradition of peacekeeping in this country, including from the Minister and the Prime Minister, I think, from memory. But I had the opportunity to engage with Fijian peacekeepers in Solomon Islands recently, and they were fantastic. You know, their engagement, their capability, the trust that they clearly had in the local population was really impressive. I'd also like to speak a little about the announcement that was made overnight by Australia for the Partnerships for a Healthy Region. One of the things we understood during the pandemic is the way in which health outcomes in other countries matter to all of us. And they matter to those communities, they matter to national economies, and they matter to regional stability. Now, we take it as a key objective of our government to do what we can to strengthen the stability, the security of our region. And in doing so, we're not only doing something that is good for those countries, we're doing something that's good for Australia. Because we do better in a world where we are more secure. We do better in a region that is more stable and more secure, and part of that is health. We saw during COVID-19 a lot of health resources diverted to meeting challenges that the pandemic presented. That often came at the expense of underlying health systems. So I have announced overnight a $620 million program over 5 years, the Partnerships for a Healthy Region, which will support a range of initiatives, things like making sure kids catch up on their immunisation routine, make sure that their routine immunisations are up to date. That matters a lot for health outcomes. Access to maternity care and a focus on significant diseases including HIV, AIDS, TB and malaria. And we're inviting proposals from third parties for funding under that program.
I was glad today to receive the Honourable Wong, Minister for Foreign Affairs for Australia. We obviously, because of this facility, she would like to come and visit it, and she's told you a little bit about it, and you've had a look around. This is an important facility, not only for Fiji, particularly or for HADR, but also for extending our international footprint in the area of peacekeeping operations throughout the world, not only for Fiji, but for the region at large. So it's a great facility that could be used for the benefit of our region, and because of Australia's role and funding of this facility, she was interested to come and have a look, and we are pleased. I'm pleased to host her here today, and of course with Brigadier Nadi as being the commander of the Joint Task Force here, hosting us today. I'm very grateful. So I think she's had a good tour. We had a good chat today, and obviously we look forward, Fiji working with Australia in the years to come, particularly in the areas where this facility can facilitate our relationship through the Motuwale partnership. Thank you.